Good morning, everyone. It's a happy Tuesday. We are so happy to see you here. Good morning, everyone. Um, Rev, where are you? We are here, those ones that are joining us for the very first time. This is our 5 year um, This is our 5 year program where we have been coming here every day, Monday to Friday. And because we're here Monday to Friday, we rise and shine because you are there to see and follow. Because if there is no one to follow, then there is no motivation for us to be here. So this is why we're happy to be here every Monday with Rev Water, every Tuesday that's with me, and every Wednesday with entrepreneurs who we are pushing out there so that they can be who they want to be. And if there is anyone out there who would like to come on the platform on a Wednesday, just get in touch with Sampa or ourselves, and we are going to make you be on the program. It's a program for everyone who wants growth and who wants to showcase in their purpose. On Thursday we've got Dr. Nelly, and on Friday it's healthy tips with a new image who are sharing us with us what we can do to be able to live in this one good body that is there for us to shine in, because without a good body, we cannot be able to understand anything about what we do and how we're doing it, because our body is the one that's supposed to carry us to the things that we're doing. So today is a very special day. And the title is, When Do You Know That Change is Taking Place in an Individual Who Has Undergone the Mindset Change Process, and those that are really doing what it takes to be in the growth mindset. My name is Dr. Sylvia Sunshine. You can just simply call me Sunshine. I'm here every Tuesday making you shine with us on the things that you are doing and the things that are making you go out there and get your goals. We say, that you have to be in your purpose. And so this session is about you being in the purpose. So change is not always easy to see immediately. We can't see change immediately because it's a process. But there are signs when the mindset change process is truly taking root. When we say change is being observed or change is being seen. So today we are going to explore together the adoption of a growth mindset. We are going to see transformation in character and attitude. We're going to see development of good habits, values, and principles. We're also going to look at preparedness for retirement, transitions, and succession. When you transition from what you're doing, it's not usually retirement. When you're in retirement, sometimes that's when you're actually doing the things that you're in purpose for. And we're also going to see excellence in time management and internal and external customer service. Customer service, like institutions say, oh, we want to learn customer service, or we want to improve on our customer service. You can only improve on your customer service if you live in a growth mindset where things are real and where you're exhibiting that goodness to yourself, first of all, and the people that are around you, and then to the people that are external, because you can't give what you do not have. So why this discussion matters? It matters because many start programs, but they fail to sustain change. And when we say you fail to sustain change, it's simply just because you cannot cope with the things that you want. Each time that you want to do something, you go back to your normal things. You don't talk about the things that you want to change. You don't practice the things that you change. You don't do the things that you promise yourself. You don't track your goals. You don't track your smarter goals. And this is why when we say why this matters is when you start, change, or when you start a program, but then you fail to sustain it, then you've got a challenge. we call it a challenge because challenges make us do something different, something, the things that we've been doing, we do them differently. Then the challenges bring those opportunities so that we can be able to channel, things in a different way. So why it matters is because being able to recognize transformation helps individuals, accountability partners, and organizations. Because when there's no one who is checking your work, just know that change is going to be slow. Even with yourself, if you're not accountable to yourself, then you just know that change will take time, to materialize. So this is the same with organizations. When they are not accountability partners, when you yourself, you think that, oh, they already know what I'm doing, then change will be slow to take place. So transformation is visible not only in what you do, but in how you think, act, and relate to others. This is why this matters. But what are the key characteristics of a changed mindset? This we're going to discuss. This is the main thing that we're going to discuss today, where we see what are these characteristics that make us be who we want to be. So there are many characteristics, and one of them is becoming more positive, adaptable, and open-mindedness, because these are the things that we really need to show that this is exactly what it is that we want to be. What are the quick wins that we know that attitudes and transformation is taking place? Some of the quick wins would be, for example, a manager who used to complain about challenges and now says, what can we do differently? What can we do differently? Because most of the time we are saying, how are these things being able to, to manage ourselves? How are these things able to, to instill in our daily lives? How are we doing, everything that we need to be doing? So what can we do differently? And this is a manager that used to complain about things, complain about the challenges in an organization. But when you see that transformation is taking place, you can be able to ask, what can we do differently? Because the thing that we've been doing before has changed. So what can we do differently? So these are some of the things that make us realize that change is taking place. The quick wins. The other thing is listing down the day's work and how it would be done. Indicate the day's accomplishments. These are some of the things that will make you see that change is taking place. And also developing a development of habits. Replacing procrastination with productive routines. This thing, procrastination is a killer of dreams. It's a killer of happiness. It's a killer. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, I still have time. I still have a day. I still have. So challenge yourself that, this is what I want to do. And sometimes we say, like for us, with my daughter, procrastination is not part of our game, and it's sometimes it overwhelms you, because once you think of something, you want to do it. You want to do it. You want to do whatever it is that you want. You want to do it now, and so the other things that you were planning, sometimes even for in the crack, it's only that we've got a tracker where we actually have to come back and say, how are we doing this week? What were the week's, deliverables that we put for ourselves? And because at the end of the day, you have to mark in those, the day's accomplishments. So when you actually, in the quick win on the replacing procrastination with productive routines is someone who struggles with lateness now consistently arrives 10 minutes early. When you arrive at a place, you know that for you to be able to be on time, it is not that when you arrive and you find that the time on the card was 9:30, you arrive at 10, and then you find that other people have not arrived, then you say, I'm not late. That is not it. You are late. Only others are more later, than you, but you are late. So when you start to arrive 10 minutes early, and when you arrive like for us who network for success, you have to make sure that you arrive early so that you check, where is that person that I want to sit with? Where are they going to? Where are they sitting? You make sure that you actually greet them, introduce yourself, and you actually take a photo with them. And when you are now reviewing your day, you send back the photo. Oh, I met you at such and such a place. I would like us to socialize ourselves in this area so that we can be able to manage something, one or two things that we spoke about. If you don't do that, just know that the network that you created is dead, and you're not going to use it according to how you want, to be. Thank you, Sarah. Yes, I can see you listening in. Yes, thank you so much. We are here because people join on our networks. So thank you. So this is how we do development of habits. Quick wins are those ones that we do immediately and we report on. So the other thing is values and principles. You know that a change is taking place when your values and principles align, with what it is that you want to do. Living by integrity, responsibility, and service. A lot of us want to do service. Like you ask, for us who belong in service organizations like Agora, Ladies Circle, Rotary, Lions, we are in service. But how are people going to know that your service is being counted? Is by you offering your time, is by you maintaining the values and principles, living by integrity, living by responsibility, when you are available to the things that you promised yourself that are going to be there. And so these are some of the things that really we want to take root. So what are some of the quick wins, when you know that development of habits is taking place? And these are a small business owner who once hid costs now shares transparent pricing. This is when you know that you are living by integrity, you are responsible, and you are in good service. The other thing is preparedness for the future. And this is the same as you being, going into retirement, planning for your retirement. Sometimes when we are planning for our retirement, it's like we only need to plan for retirement, the actual work where you go Monday to Friday. Say you work in an organization and you are preparing for your retirement. It's not just that. You're just now transitioning, because even when you're in employment, a lot of people have got what they do after 5. What is it that you yourself is doing after 5? After the normal working hours, there's still time for you. There's still 4 hours in which you can make yourself be more productive. So what are you doing in those 4 hours where you're planning for your retirement, for your transitioning? And we call it transitioning because you don't stop living when you retire from your work. You don't stop living. And also those people that are going to succeed you, what are you preparing them for? How are you making sure that they are, they will be there so that they can make themselves available to you when you are not able to do things? So these are some of the things that when we are able to do all those things, we are able to plan for our transitioning, and we're able to enjoy the people that are going to succeed us. And in succession, there are a lot of things that we need to do. Like my daughter Sampa was saying, last week, that we're going to have a business shower. This business shower means, how are we going to transition? Because as you see, when we are sitting in front of you, every day we are growing older. Every day something is happening. Every day there's something that is happening that if I do not prepare the people that are going to succeed us, the people that when we transition, the people that are going to, to help us live a normal life, because you cannot continue doing the same things even when your age is going, ahead of you. So we have to transition, and to prepare that, one of the things is to enroll our people into what we do with what they are interested in, because it's not all the time that, the people that are going to succeed you are interested in what you're doing, but compatible in a way when when you help one another. Like with the things that she's good at, I might not be good in those things. So when children are growing, we get to know what are they good at, what do they like to change, where do they want to go in the other, the remaining years or in the near future. And so this is why we are saying we are able to prepare them, and prepare them is tough. When you're starting a business, there are so many things that we take for granted. So we are saying when we are transitioning, our children who are good at what they do, what is it that we can help them with? It is to prepare them. And we laugh, we say, oh, when you're starting a business, there are so many things. Just like when you're getting married, that's why they buy you pots, they buy you this, they buy you to prepare you for your new home. The same with business. And I was saying, okay, now that all the kids, most of them we're remaining with just 2 boys who don't want to prepare for marriage, but maybe we can prepare them for the business. So we are saying, how can we prepare someone for business? Like when we were starting, the business, say, the shop, you just don't get the goods and put them there. First of all, you have to prepare yourself. You have to, okay, when I go to the shop, even when you are making, the store or the office, because even with the shop, we started first putting up the office where you have got a chair to sit on, you've got a table to write on, you've got drawers to put your paperwork, your files to file. All those are costs. Then you're not going to stay all the time in your office without really having a cup of tea. So, and for us who are tea addicts, you first have to buy the kettle, you have to buy the cups, you have to buy the sugar, you have to buy all these things that make you, when you arrive at a place, you want water, you want all those, when it's hot, you want a fan, you want paper, there are so many things that you need to prepare for the business. And so our first business shower would really be with our own, so that we can learn and we can be able to duplicate with other young people who would want to to build their business. And I'm so excited just to see how other people. I was speaking with my colleagues at the 70th birthday with Dr. Mawola's husband, and we're saying, how are we going to make sure that what we love can go into other people's, into our children, so that they can be able to just manage us when we are not there. So these, or when we are older. So these are some of the things that we really need to prepare for, and we really need to shift our thinking that people learn by doing. So if it is learning by doing, what are we doing so that other people can learn about what it is that they will manage? I can see you, Sandra, you're struggling with getting in. You can just go on the cocktail chats and comment on there. That's fine. Yes, Namasiku, good morning, ladies. Kindly avoid putting the bucket in the bathroom on the countertop. Pate boyam bathroom to avoid water and watermarks on table to have order. Yes, all those things are things that you need to prepare for in the office. When you like she's talking about, Namasiku is talking about, you also need a coaster on the table so that your table can be neat. You need cleaning materials. You need all these things that you need to put across for you to be able to manage yourself. So how are you going to know that change is taking place? Also, when you prepare for the future, and this is planning. So what is the best example that I can give for the quick wins? An employee starts documenting handover notes for a successor. Some people, just because they are out, they are going to be out, they don't even care about what it is that they need to be in. They don't care about who is coming. But when you are when you are prepared for succession, you actually even put a good handover, a good preparation for the person that is taking over from you. That's growth. That's meaning you care about. And some of these things that we do with our own people, they will come back to you when you really need it, and you forget that you didn't do it for the next person. So this is why we have to be normal, and we have to really be able to prepare for those people that are coming, out of our line. The other priority is time management, prioritizing imperative and important tasks daily. Our program is big at, identifying imperative action steps and important action steps, and you have to do this daily. You have to do this daily. And it's daily recognition of imperative action steps. The imperative action steps are those things that come rain, come sunshine, you will have to do it because they're imperative. And the important tasks are those ones that you've planned, where you're just saying, oh, today I'll do this, tomorrow I'll do this. Those are important tasks. And they include all the 6 areas of your life. So you have to plan around family and home. You have to plan around mental and education. You have to plan around financial and career. You have to plan around physical and health. You have to plan around spiritual and ethical. You have to plan as an important task the social and cultural of your day. So these are some of the things that we are very, very good at what it is that we need to be doing to observe that the 24 hours that God has given to every individual, 24 hours, every individual is entitled to them, where the first 8 hours is for your imperative action steps. The second 8 hours is for your important action steps. And it just doesn't end there. There are so many things that you need to be doing for you to live that normal life. So the quick win there would be someone who used to multitask ineffectively now blocks 2 hours for focused work and finishes tasks on time. That is really what we need to be doing, by really saying in these 2 hours, blocking your time, not you being everywhere and at the end of the day you haven't even ticked, not even one thing that you put out to be doing. So if you can block, like this today, I'm going to do ABC, I'm going to do ABC, you're going to reach that max of what it is that you want to do. When we look at the customer service that we said we need to undertake, the customer service that we said we will be able to undertake in the areas of those things that we do. So these customer service, both internal and external. So this is actually instills excellence in relationships, respect and responsiveness. If we do not have, we don't nurture relationships. We have to nurture relationships. The other week, I was talking about my mother-in-law, the way we gelled, the way we nurtured our relationship until the very end. It actually makes you have a good feeling of the things that you're good at, of the things that you do, and of the things that can come out of these relationships that you do have. How are you going to nurture those relationships? Is by having respect, because some people are very familiar actually with the way they do things, where you don't even observe the etiquette of business, the etiquette of home, the etiquette of your own environment. There's etiquette for everything. That's why in social and cultural, we deal with the social part and the networks that you believe in. How are your networks feeling you? How do you behave with your networks? Are you responsible? Are you respectful? Are you responsive to the things that your network wants? Are you part of the network that you are part of the missing puzzle in your own network? Sometimes people don't even value, your relationship because you are always taking your piece of the puzzle away with you. You don't put it down so that people can count you that, oh, you are the missing piece of their puzzle, so that you can be able to nurture the relationship and be useful in that area of what is expected of you. So when we have got respect and we are responsive, one of the quick wins would be, we're talking customer service. So one of the quick wins would be a receptionist who once ignored complaints now listens attentively and provides solutions. Why are we saying now you provide solutions? People who are at the reception are the people at the reception, or the person that people see first in an organization is the face of an organization. So if you ignore the things that people are saying, then you're going to ignore the good thing. You're going to ignore, something that is going to make your organization move forward. Where every day they're just saying, "Oh, okay, this is not happening, or this is not able to, to make things, things happen in our area of what it is that you are talking about." So all these things that we do talk about are real things, and they are real things because of the real nature of customer service, the real nature of internal and external engagement of our daily lives. So when people enjoy the things that they are doing, they are able to actually manage properly the things that it is that they know. So what are the daily imperatives that should change? What are these daily imperatives that should change? So we need to be identifying imperatives and important action steps, like I said, each day. Clarity, clarify who needs your work, with no, with, who needs the work that you're going to accomplish with them. And also place actions in the right time slots. It doesn't matter how long your to-do list is. If you haven't determined what time you're going to do that, it's a big problem. Like we know that every day at 8, we have to come and sit on the chair and speak to to our networks, people that follow us, people that enjoy listening to the lessons that we put out there. We make sure that we are there. If every day we are saying, "Oh, okay, we'll come and do it at 9, we'll come and do it at 10 because I couldn't," it was not going to be effective. So for the last 5 years, at first we used to do them for 7:30, at 7:30 to 8. But because of power issues, because of people not having charged their phones, not doing this, we had to, we did a research, and it so happened that at 8, more people would have arrived at work, the sun would have come out. If you're using solar, at least you could be able to be, to be heard. So for the last year, we've been doing 8 to 8:30, and it's just 30 minutes of your time and of your resources that we need so that we can be able to speak together. So once you place actions in the right time slots, you're going to be more effective. And also you have to provide feedback to self and to your accountability partners. And the discussion prompt here is, how do you know that you yourself are changing? What small daily habits have shifted in your own life? Those are the questions that we put out for you. How do you know that yourself change is happening? How do you know what small daily tasks or habits have shifted in your life? How do you know that? And these are some of the things that we are saying when we manage ourselves. So in conclusion, we've got a minute to go. I would like to summarize. A change is seen in mindset, in habits, in values, time use, and readiness for the future. Then you see that change is happening. Encourage, reflection. I encourage you, to say, am I becoming more organized and happier? Because at the end of our training, this is our tagline, where because you actually become more organized, because everyone is organized in some way. But this program just makes you more organized, and you feel happier than before. And people have really commended themselves that I'm happy that I actually came. And because we've had so many people that have gone through the program, and every day it's a new happiness. Every day it's a new atmosphere. Every day you just feeding yourself that really this thing is really happening for the good of ourselves, um, so we can become more organized and happier. I know there was a Heather who was saying, I wish I can just be staying in class so that all my things are organized, because I think that when I go home, it's not going to be that easy. But she then realized that it's a process. As you go, even as you go home, you start saying, you continue putting down your imperative action steps, your important action steps, time when you're going to do them, and who you're going to do it for with. Then you're going to be able to do that. And this is just practice daily imperatives, share feedback with accountability partners, and this is what it is that we help you manage um, in our daily lives, that we have put ourselves there. And then we are able to just manage properly, and we are able to do things that we love. Change takes time. It takes time to win. And you just have to make sure that you are doing small wins every day, so that you can win all the time, and you can be able to manage yourself and others in the way that we are going every day. Yes, it takes time to win. It takes time to win, and don't be discouraged when your win has taken too long. It's because you yourself are making it long by not paying attention to the small things that can come your way. So thank you so much for joining us this morning. We look forward to the Mompreneur for tomorrow, and just make sure that you make one of your 4 imperative things to be able to identify your wins, identify the people that you're going to do things with, identify things that make you happy, so that you can be more organized and happier at the end of the day. So thank you so much for joining us today, and we look forward to you having a very, very productive day ahead of you. Thank you.